10 online unusual support groups you might be surprised to find. Number 10. Starborn Support. Have you ever been abducted by aliens? Experiencing trauma? Yes? Well, Starborn Support is for you. You've seen those cheesy documentaries on the History Channel on how aliens built the pyramids. You've even heard of people claiming to be abducted by little grey men with big black eyes. It's time to start taking this problem seriously. This kind of thing can leave serious emotional trauma with abductees. Have you noticed moments of missing time when you can't remember what happened? Are there strange markings on your body? There's a good chance you might have been abducted. Based out of Maine, this website promises to offer support to those who have experienced the unthinkable. This group has 12 locations along the East Coast, as well as groups in the UK, Colombia, and Latin America. So, no matter where you are, you can find someone to lean on in your time of need. Number 9. Bug Eating Advocate. You can save the world by eating bugs instead of steak. At least that's what these people say. So, how can it actually save the world? For starters, eating bugs can help the global effort to cure hunger. Hungry? Grab a bug. Also, it can help financially to skip out on that burger and have a fly or grub instead. There is definitely some practicality here, right? It's hard to consider this site seriously, but people follow it. There are even photos of people eating bugs. Let's get serious. Hunger is no laughing matter. People in other countries eat bugs all the time. They're healthy, right? And nothing is more satisfying than the first crunch as your teeth sink into a grasshopper. Full of various bugs and recipes for bugs, the Bug Eating Advocate offers just about everything one could need to jump in and start eating bugs. Number 8. Celibrate. Celebrating celibacy. The phrase happily ever after typically implies that all of life's problems can be solved by entering into a heterosexual marriage. Romance, love, and sex are all the things you need to survive. Who cares about the bills or the dishes? However, there are individuals who, for faith and other personal reasons, choose not to seek sexual pursuits for enjoyment. While some other people may feel isolated by their personal decisions, Celibrate was founded to support men and women practicing a celibate lifestyle. Many persons observing celibacy have stated they feel empowered by doing so. The ever-fabulous Tim Gunn of Project Runway fame has publicly spoken about his choice to remain celibate. For 30-plus years, Mr. Gunn has practiced celibacy, his decision stemming from the onset of the AIDS epidemic. While doctors and experts in the study of sexuality proclaim that celibacy is harmful to humans, Tim states he's happy and healthy to be alive. Number 7. Sons of the Flag. What is this group? Some sort of right-wing, anti-government militia movement? Well, whoever picked the name for this organization should have come up with a different moniker. Upon seeing the group's name for the first time, how many people want to quickly close out the tab they are on or call the Southern Poverty Law Center? Well, if they had read a little further, they would realize this is far from the truth. The Sons describe themselves as a non-profit organization committed to supporting military, first responder, and civilian burn survivors by providing funding for innovative research. Phew. That actually doesn't sound bad at all. In gratitude for all that public servants do for our communities, the group sponsors advanced research to treat burns. Support is given to burn survivors at the time and after the burn incident has taken place. The American Burn Association releases information about the number of burn incidents per year, and the Phoenix Society is also committed to aiding burn victims in their recoveries. Now, that's a fire worth fighting, isn't it? They hold their flag high and proud, not what you thought of when you started watching this. Number 6. The Society in Dedham for Apprehending Horse Thieves. Horse thieves? Are you kidding me? That only happened in the Wild West, right? Founded in 1810, the purpose of the society was to recover stolen horses and bring criminals to justice. Back in the rural beginnings of the United States, to steal a horse was the gravest of crimes you could commit. Rural America depended on their horses for farm labor and transportation. To steal a horse meant that you took away an individual's or family's livelihood. This would also affect town citizens who depended on farmers for crops and other items to trade. In response, citizens took it upon themselves to defend their property. Despite there being little to no need to enforce law and order, nor apprehend horse thieves in this day, organizations dedicated to this type of vigilante justice tend to only exist now for social and historical purposes, yet members feel it is their responsibility to keep these societies alive to preserve a portion of both their local and national history. Number 5. The Harry Potter Alliance, a.k.a. Dumbledore's Army. Harry Potter fans are a fiercely dedicated bunch. Potterheads, as they call themselves, feel a strong connection to the wizarding world created by J.K. Rowling, their queen. While most Potterheads know that the Harry Potter books were a work of fiction, they feel compelled to live out the principles set forth in the series. Thus, the Harry Potter Alliance was born. Members of the Alliance draw parallels between the struggle to bring down the evil Voldemort and the fight for social justice in our world today. And who was a critical component to defeating Voldemort? Dumbledore's army, of course. Dumbledore's army was comprised of some of the fiercest defenders of Hogwarts. This included one Neville Longbottom, the biggest bamf of them all. Likewise, Alliance members strive to eradicate social ills everywhere, using the same amount of determination. Think the Alliance is a small group? Nope, the HP Alliance claims to have a presence on 5 continents and groups such as Dumbledore's army at the Rochester Institute of Technology. Number 4. Force for Change. While the Star Trek kids are off playing in the sandbox J.J. Abrams created for them, the Star Wars camp created a partnership between Lucasfilm and Disney in an effort to harness the power of the Force and combat some of the world's greatest problems. Recently, Force for Change headed up a fundraising effort to benefit UNICEF, a UN organization dedicated to promoting the rights of children. The promotion gave the opportunity for one person to win a visit to the set of Star Wars 7 and appear in the movie. Variety reports the Force for Change raised $5.26 million. Number 3. 10 Ugly Men. Until recently, the identity of the 10 Ugly Men remained a mystery. Their organization, however, needed no explanation. Live music, awesome food, and plenty of sports activities in which to partake. I mean, dude, seriously, a party where you can play kickball? Sign me up. This not-for-profit charity began in Rochester, New York 25 years ago. Its purpose? To throw the biggest and best parties ever in order to raise money for local charities. An annual festival is the group's headlining event, plus they host several smaller events throughout the year, such as a 5K run. One of the most recognizable charities to benefit from the men's labor is the Golisano Children's Hospital, a division of the University of Rochester Medical Center, URMC, that researches and treats some of the most threatening conditions known. Organ transplants, trauma services, and a pediatric HIV program are among the many services Golisano offers for children. Number 2. The Order of the Azure Rose. Despite being a Rennie myself, this is the first time that I heard about the Order of the Azure Rose. It aims to bring Tudor history alive and promote the ideas of chivalrous behavior and a society based on decorum to the 21st century. Created at the Grand Valley Renaissance Festival, it has participated in the Utah Renaissance Festival, as well as many others. The Order hopes to further extend their scope by bringing education programs to schools and youth organizations, and offers appearances at business events. Number 1. The International Wenches Guild. Ah, the Wenches. For many people attending Renaissance fairs, seeing busty babes in corsets is the height of their day. But did you know the Wenches were organized? The founding chapter, Local 69, was created at the New York Renaissance Fair. Other Wenches have also been spotted at the Sterling Renaissance Festival. It's not just a coincidence that these buxom beauties seem to move about in a haze of rose perfume. The Wenches have assembled for a singular purpose: to have fun. The Guild bills itself as the place where we know that women are entitled to nothing but complete happiness. At Renaissance festivals all over the USA, wenches gather to flirt with unsuspecting males, run booths, and even donate a portion of their proceeds to charity. Performers known as wench shows conduct the singing of bawdy songs, wench auctions, and interacting with the audience. Don't forget to smell the rose garden. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button in the top right. Our channel has loads of other awesome videos just like this.